course, it is that time of year. Winter time means a peak in sinus infections and colds. It can be hard to tell the difference, though, between the two. Certainly, I don't know, but we have our pediatrician, luckily, Dr. Scott Cyrus, to explain to us. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning.
So let's talk about a cold or sinus infection. How do us lay people figure out what we have?
Well, you know, there's so many times that, you know, we get the runny nose, like Leanne said, the crud, and we just don't know. It goes on for a couple of days, and all of a sudden we think, oh, we've got a sinus infection. Well, you know, really and truly, sinus infections kind of take a little bit of time to develop, and most colds are going to run 7, maybe 10 days. But if you're thinking that you're getting worse in around the 7th to the 10th day, somewhere in that neighborhood, yes, it very well could be going into either like chest congestion or even a sinus infection. A lot of pressure in the head, fever. Many times fever can be low grade, but it just enough to notice that you really have a problem. Coughing. This, you know, the problem with sinus infections is the sinuses don't have the ability to get all the infection out like it's supposed to, because we have little holes in our sinuses that allow the drainage to get out. Once that starts happening, it gets thicker, and as the sinus infection progresses, it gets kind of green. But green doesn't always mean, you know, sinus infection. I hear that all the time, that green is always sinus infection. Not true, because in that first week, a lot of times it'll go from clear to milky white to yellow green, back to milky white, and then it goes away all on its own, especially in children. So the color doesn't mean infection, other than it might be a viral infection. It doesn't need antibiotics, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's gotten to a sinus infection level. It's the length of time, thickness, the drainage makes you cough, and you could, especially at night, you're coughing, staying up all night, so you're getting more tired, you're not getting good rest. So keeping saline spray is a great thing to use. Sometimes if it's allergy driven, using nasal spray or using the over-the-counter once a day antihistamines are really good. Decongestants for adults, very good idea, decongestants. And then if all of that's not working, definitely see your physician.
When we're talking about that 7 to 10 day window, when we're saying, okay, is this a cold or sinus infection, and we have a cold for 7 days, are we infectious that whole time?
We're usually infectious when you're running fever. A lot of times the drainage, many times will be clear, maybe milky white. Keep saline spray going. That's a great thing. It's kind of like washing your hands. You kind of wash the inside of your nose out and get all that out. Obviously, washing your hands is going to be your biggest thing. Cover the sneezes, cover the coughs. Using the corner of your elbow, that's a really good way. You know, a lot of times this, just all that does is just allow it, you know, to filter right through, and so it just aerosolizes the environment around us.
Well, 'tis the season.
That's right.
Thanks, Dr. Cyrus.